Sankhya Yoga, the Illuminated Man. Verse 1, 2, 3. Verse 1. These are the words that Sri Krishna spoke to Arjuna, whose eyes burning with tears, self-pity and confusion. Sri Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, who is experiencing a mix of emotions such as tears, self-pity, and confusion. Sri Krishna is empathetic towards Arjuna's state and begins to enlighten him with wisdom and guidance. The Bhagavad Gita is a sacred text that explores the concepts of dharma, duty, yoga, union, and self-realization. In this particular chapter, Sri Krishna imparts spiritual teachings to uplift Arjuna's spirit and help him find clarity amidst his emotional turmoil. By addressing Arjuna's tears, self-pity, and confusion, Sri Krishna acknowledges the depth of Arjuna's emotional state. It is important to understand that Arjuna, as a warrior, is faced with a moral dilemma on the battlefield. He is torn between his duty as a warrior and the potential harm that may befall his loved ones. Sri Krishna's guidance, which unfolds throughout the Bhagavad Gita, helps Arjuna recognize his true nature and purpose. Through the teachings of Sankhya Yoga, Arjuna begins to understand the immortality of the soul, the impermanence of the physical body, and the interconnectedness of all beings. The purpose of Sri Krishna's words is to guide Arjuna towards self-realization and to inspire him to fulfill his duty without attachment to the outcome. Sri Krishna encourages Arjuna to rise above his emotional turmoil and embrace his divine nature, empowering him to make righteous decisions and fulfill his purpose with clarity and courage. Verse 2. This despair and self-pity in a time of crises is mean and unworthy of you, Arjuna. How have you fallen into a state so far from the path of liberation? Dear Arjuna, you are indeed in a difficult situation, but dwelling in despair and self-pity will not serve you well. This verse reminds us that such emotions are not befitting of someone like you. You are strong, courageous, and capable of so much more. It is important to remember that you are on a path towards liberation, and being consumed by negative emotions will only hinder your progress. Instead, focus on understanding the situation at hand and finding clarity amidst the chaos. By falling into this state of despair, you have momentarily lost sight of your true self and the purpose of your journey. Remember that you have the strength within you to overcome any obstacles that come your way. Seek guidance, reflect on your values, and regain your determination. Verse 3. It does not become you to yield to this weakness. Arise with a brave heart and destroy the enemy. In this verse, Lord Krishna advises Arjuna to rise above his weakness and face his challenges with a courageous heart. The term enemy mentioned here metaphorically represents the inner obstacles that prevent us from living a fulfilling life. These obstacles could be fear, doubt, ignorance, or any negative thought or emotion that hinders our progress. Krishna encourages Arjuna, and by extension, all of us, to overcome these internal enemies. By doing so, we can move towards self-realization and lead a more purposeful life. This verse reminds us that we have the strength within us to confront and triumph over these obstacles. It encourages us to face life's challenges with bravery, determination, and a positive mindset. In essence, this verse teaches us the importance of self-motivation, inner strength, and resilience in achieving personal growth and spiritual enlightenment. It reminds us that we have the power to overcome our weaknesses and transform ourselves into illuminated beings, capable of facing any challenge that comes our way.